White men have created artificial systems of power because they do not possess innate power, right? There are three forms of real innate power that exist in nature: the power of creation, which is the womb, physical power, right? Strength, dominance, and then willpower. Every system that exists creates to artificially control the flow of that power. Patriarchy is used to control the power of the womb, the female body, right? And the only way that a man can access that power is through sex. That power ultimately belongs to women. Physical power, which most men, white men, do not possess, which is why they are wildly obsessed with black men. That's why we have basketball teams and football teams, because they are obsessed with watching that physical display of power that they, for the most part, do not have. The average white man doesn't have it. And then willpower, which is the only system of power that everyone has, right? But white supremacy has artificially controlled the flow of that power through religion and has used it to create the entirety of the artificial system. Religion is used to stifle your innate power, because instead of thinking that you have the power, you think that the power belongs to some being in the sky, therefore cutting you off from your natural source of power, while they use that exact power to control the entirety of the system, while they secretly use it in courts, in the media, and everything else that exists to control you. So they have created patriarchy, capitalism, white supremacy, which are all artificial systems of power because they themselves do not possess actual power. They use wealth and resources and patriarchy to control those natural flows of power. If they cannot control or access actual power themselves, then they can control those who actually possess it. And this in itself is the obsession with Black people. Right? The Black womb, the ultimate womb of creation, the Eve gene, the ultimate system of power is the Black womb, right? Which is why Black men are so extraordinarily powerful, because they come from the Black womb. That is why they have more physical powers and better genetic abilities than white people. That power naturally being a source that has flowed into the Black male body is a physical proof of the power of the Black womb. This is the obsession with not only cutting Black people off from nature, right? By creating not only this artificial world, these square boxes that we live in, these jobs that we go to, controlling the flow of our mind through religion, also controlling our access to each other and how we view each other, so that we don't naturally access our power to one another through respect and co-creation, i.e. sex. By spiritually diluting the power of sex through turning it into this weird, objective, lustful dynamic, we don't naturally access the power of sex, the sexual power that we have through one another's bodies. So by convincing Black women and Black men that they are better suited for a white person, by convincing Black women that a white man's financial power is more powerful than a Black man's innate physical and spiritual power, they can control that flow of power. By convincing Black men that Black women's strength is actually a source of weakness, they can control the Black man's physical power by convincing them that they're better suited for white women. Is this making sense? I cracked the code.